You to be out here for Shrine Game. What's this been like for you so far?
It's been great. We've done some things that we do back home in Columbus, and giving back, and hospital visits, and that's probably been a highlight so far for me. But also, meeting these teams, getting to know some of the scouts and my coaches, and also the players. Even though we're gonna compete, we're all gonna try to make each other better, and shoot for the best to get to the next level.
How do you feel like your first day went out here?
It was really good, knowing that, taking into account that it's a whole new playbook, playing with all new guys, and it's a learning experience, but at the same time, I'm out here having fun.
What were the kind of things that the coaches were teaching you out here today, or anything specific that you felt like you really learned today?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's just gonna be some tweaks and turns from what we do at Ohio State. Just setting the front was totally different than how we do it at Ohio State, and things like that. That's probably the biggest thing.
So you had an NFL coach in Bill Davis as your linebacker coach last year. You had Luke Fickle before that. How much do those guys kind of help prepare you for being in a week like this?
It's so similar in so many ways. The drills we did, the same drills that we do at Ohio State. The same teaching that we get at Ohio State, I was getting here today. And it's just amazing to be fortunate to go through all that at Ohio State and just come here, and it's like riding a bike.
I could hear you were being pretty vocal out there from that middle linebacker spot. Is that something you really want to show teams this week if you're that kind of vocal leader?
I want to say I want to show them. The biggest thing is I just want to be myself. That's me. I'm not a silent guy on the field. So when I'm out here, I'm just trying to be me as much as I can. And, I don't want a team to like me because of me trying to be something. I want them to like me for who I am. So if they notice that I'm vocal out here, that's great. But at the end of the day, I just want to show them who I am, and hopefully they fall in love with that.
It's kind of a responsibility you're given, told to go up there, be a middle linebacker, make the play calls, or is it something you kind of jumped into yourself?
They actually asked everyone what position, you would want to play, all the linebackers, and I told them, simply straight up, it don't really matter for me. I could play. We run at a 4-3. I could play all three linebacker positions, and they asked me, am I okay with playing middle linebacker? I said, for sure. And ever since then, I've been learning the mic, but I also have been learning all the other linebacker positions too. So it's been fun so far.
How much did that help you this past season that you had to play all three linebacker spots for Ohio State? How much does that help you as you go through this process now?
Man, it's amazing. I know it inside and out, and it all started a few years ago with Coach Fickle. He would force all the linebackers to try to learn every single linebacker position. I was fortunate enough to be able, with God's blessings, to learn a lot of things easy. So it's helped me throughout the years, and Coach Davis has also helped me this year with, keeping me ready every week and preparing, not just for one position, but all three if need be.
Is it kind of weird lining up against JT Barrett, or does it just kind of feel like practice for the last 4 years?
It felt like practice today. There was actually a play today where I made a play on a screen, and he just looked at me and just shook his head he didn't really want to run that play to my side because he knew I'd cover it. But we talked about it after practice, and it's fun, just competing against him because he's a competitor, I'm a competitor, so we're both trying to outdo each other.
Is it nice kind of having JT out here, having Damon out here, and you guys can kind of all go through this process together?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Actually Damon is my roommate. I don't know how that ended up happening, and it was funny because we just have a connection, and then we also got some other defensive guys on the other side of the room, and we were all just in there just hanging out, relaxing toward the end of the night after all the meetings are done.
What do you feel like as you go through the rest of this week? What are the biggest things you feel like you have to prove or that you just want people to know about you?
Just to show them my competitive spirit, my competitive nature. No matter what I'm asked to do, one-on-ones today, inside drill, team, just show them the type of, like I said earlier, the type of player and person I am. And hopefully they fall in love with that.
Being a fifth-year senior this past year, you've been at Ohio State for 5 years. Is it kind of weird being out here practicing and it's not at Ohio State?
No, it actually is a tad bit better. We out here, sunny Florida, and it feels like 2,000 scouts out here, and it's an all-star game, but it don't really feel like it. It feels like a sort of an NFL practice. It kind of feels like where I'm supposed to be.
What's your process been like just getting to this week since the Cotton Bowl ended? What have those last few weeks kind of been like for you preparing for this?
I took about 2 to 3 days off, and then I went straight down to Orlando, Florida, training with Tom Shaw. And honestly, it's just been training up until I had to report down here. Then I'm just doing everything that they're telling me to do down here.
What's kind of a process after this? Like, where do you want this to lead into for the next 3 months or so?
Just a little bit more exposure. I mean, that's all I want to take away from this game. I just want to come out here and compete, show all these teams what I'm capable of doing. Like I said earlier, the type of player I am, the type of person I am, and I get an early jump to build these relationships.
Have you gotten an invite to the NFL Scouting Combine yet?
I cannot disclose that information.
You cannot disclose that information, but that's fair enough. For people back at Ohio State who might be excited to see what this team's going to be like in 2018, who are some of the guys that maybe they don't know about yet who they should get excited about for 2018?
Keandre Jones, he's one of those guys who's just a straight up baller. He's a freak athletically. Plays hard, plays the game the right way. And I also have to say, you guys blow enough smoke up Chase Young and Baron Brown and all those guys, so I'm not going to bring those guys out. You guys already know about them, but I'll say Sean Wade, he was injured this year. He didn't practice as much. He didn't get to play. But early on, that guy was a competitor. So I'm interested to see how he's going to come back from his little injury.
What are kind of the biggest differences that you've seen out here, being a part of it so far, preparing for the NFL, from being a part of Ohio State football, playing college football?
Okay. Can you say that again?
What's kind of the biggest differences you've seen from playing college football and being out here and preparing for the NFL, working out with NFL coaches, NFL scouts?
Ohio State does a good job of just preparing you for this level. So, it's kind of like, you learn how to ride a bike, then you don't ride a bike for so long. Then someone puts a bike back in front of you. It's just getting back into the motion of things, and that's all it is right now.
Have you been in touch much with guys like Darren Lee and Raekwon and guys who played your position who are now playing in the NFL before you?
I talk to those guys a lot. We've built relationships at Ohio State, and those guys are my brothers. And not just guys that play my position. I talk to guys that didn't play my position that we just build a relationship with, and they continue to encourage me.
Any specific guys who have been specifically helpful for you?
Actually, a guy that didn't go to Ohio State, went to my high school though, Justin Hardy. He's with the Saints right now. He's killing it on special teams. Him, Marshawn, always is a guy. Raekwon, this is my brother. Darren Lee, all those guys. Curtis Grant, Tyvis Powell, Cardell. Those are all guys that talk to me a lot.
Are there any specific things they tell you that if I had known this going through the process that I'd want you to know now?
Not much stuff that they tell me now. It was mainly when they were going through the process. They know that I'm smart. I'm gonna do everything the right way. It's not like I'm gonna be out here doing anything crazy, but they did tell me little things that they were going through along the way, and I remember some of those things, but it's nothing much that it's really to talk about now. I mean, it's put up or show up, and I understand that, and most of the things we talk about is just catching up, seeing how we're doing outside of football.